Hello everybody, today I'm going to talk you about the vocabulary. First, to remains. That is now, that means to be continue something, to be still the state at the same state or condition. Next is safety. Safety is now, that means the state of being safe or protected from danger. Next is commuter. Commuter is now, that means the person who travels in the city to work each day. Um, Usually it quite far away. Next is rail. Rail is now, that means um, railways, railroads as means of transport. Next is courtesy. Courtesy is a noun or adjective. That means a polite behavior um, for another people. That's the same as politeness. Next is pager. Pager is a small electronic device that you carry with you, and that sends a message or lets you know when somebody is trying contact you. Next is permit. A permit is verb. That means um, to allow somebody to do something or to allow something happen. Next is the stage. The stage is now, that means rest area, usually in the theater. Uh, that means theater where author, dancer perform. And next is a coming. A coming is adjective. That means it's going to happen soon. Next is lobby. Lobby is now. That means in a public entrance of building where people can see, can sit or can wait somebody. Next is beep. Beep is noise. That means a short higher sound, such as that made by a car or by electric equipment. Next is otherwise. Otherwise is a verb. That means used to the state what the result would be if something or some people didn't happen, or if a situation is different. Next is to board. To board is now a verb. That means to go get on the plane, bus or car, or to go into the bus, plane or car. Next is boarding car, boarding pass. Uh, that is now. That means a card. That's how you could get on the plane or bus or boat. Next is flight attendant. A flight attendant is now, that means a person whose job is to serve and take care of passengers on the aircraft. Next is carry on. Carry on is now, uh, that means a small bag or case uh, that permit you carry it on the plane. And next is to remind somebody about or of something. That is a verb. That means to help somebody remember something. Um, something because something is important that somebody must do. Next is to value. To value something or somebody as something. To value somebody or something for something. Um, that means to think that somebody or something that is important. Next is hand up. Hand up is verb. That means to finish the telephone conversation. And next is representatives. Representative. A representative is now. That means a person chosen to take place else, or a person who works for a company and travels around selling its products. Next is approximately. That is a verb used to show that something is almost, but not completely or not correct. Next is a hurricane. Hurricane is now, that means a violent storm with very strong winds. Next is a property. A property is now, that means a thing or things by out by that are out by somebody. Next is shelter. Shelter is now, that means the fact of having a place to somebody could live or stay, considered as a basic human need. Next is donation. Donation is now, that means something that is given to a person or an organization. Um, for example, charity in order to help them. Next is victim. Victim is now, that means a person who has been attacked, injured, or killed as a result of accident, crime. To next is to rescue somebody or something from somebody or something. That means to save somebody from the dangerous or harmful harmful situation. Next is committee. Committee is now, that means a group of people who are chosen usually by larger group to make decisions or to deal with a particular subject. Next is routing. Routing is now. That means um, normal order or way in which you regularly do things. Next is to appreciate. Appreciate is verb. That means to be grateful for something that somebody has done, or to say thank for somebody because they had done something. Next is cooperation. Cooperation is now that means a willingness to be helpful and do as you are requested. And next is matter. Matter is now that is a subject or situation that you must consider or deal with. Um, Next is elevator. That's the same as lift. Uh, Next is the fire lamp. Fire lamp is now that is a device that gives you a warning of a fire in the building. Next is entrance. Entrance is now that means a door or gate, passage used for entering a room, building, or place. Next is illegal. Illegal is adjective that means not allowed by the law. Next is to ticket. To ticket is a verb that means to give somebody an officer notice or officer law that orders them to pay a fine because they have done something illegal. Finally, that is to tow. To tow is verb that means to pull the car or behind another vehicle. Thank you for listening.